Hey, good morning and happy Monday, May the 11th. Apologize that it's a little noisy this morning, but I could not resist being outside. It's just such a beautiful day. It's a little noisy. I've got some construction going on not too far from my apartment, but I wanted to come on and share today's devotion. I'm a little late. Slept in today. And just now finishing my devotion. And it's found this morning on in the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 28. I want to read a phrase from it. And I was particularly blessed by this morning's devotion and something that I read recently that I want to share with you. I pray that you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. To all of our mothers, pray that you were celebrated by your children and by your spouses. And I just pray that it was a great day. I had a good day. I had the chance to spend some time with my daughter and granddaughter and celebrate them. So Acts chapter 17, verse 28. And we just hear these words. In him we live and move and have our being. George Washington Carver was an African American phenom. He was an incredible chemist and inventor. Dr. Carver created 300 uses for peanuts. Namely, peanut butter, very popular item that people across the world benefit from. And many don't know that peanut butter was created by Dr. Carver. But he shares, Dr. Carver, which was a man of faith, shares these observations about how he became an inventor and how he came up with the many ideas of what to do with peanuts. And he makes this observation about God. He said, and I'm reading, that as a very small boy, exploring the almost virgin woods of the old Carver property, he said, I had the impression that someone had just been there ahead of him. Things were so orderly, so clean, so harmoniously beautiful. A few years later, in the very same woods, he said, I was practically overwhelmed with a sense of some great presence. Not only had someone been there, someone was there. Years later, when he read the scriptures, in him I live and move and have our being, I knew then what the writer meant. He said, never since have I been without the consciousness of the Creator speaking to me. The out of doors has been to me more and more somewhat of a great cathedral in which God could be continuously not only spoken to, but heard from. Man who needed a purpose, a mission to keep, had one in God. He could then be God's co-worker. Dr. Carver then said, my purpose alone must be God's purpose, to increase the welfare and happiness of his people. So why then should we who believe in Christ be so surprised at what God can do with a man that's willing to seek his face, particularly Dr. Carver in his laboratory? The book goes on to say that Dr. Carver in 1921 spoke before the United States House of Representatives, and that the chairman asked Dr. Carver, how did he learn all of these things? Dr. Carver answered from an old book. The chairman asked, well, what book? And Dr. Carver replied, the Bible. The chairman kind of laughed and said, well, does the Bible talk about peanuts? Dr. Carver said, no, sir, but it tells about the God who made the peanuts. I asked him to show me what to do with the peanuts, and he did. Dr. Carver was a great man, a great African American, a great inventor, a great chemist. And what it says to me, what that story tells me, is that if you need direction in life, if you need to be creative, if you're seeking to do something that may impact your life, impact the lives of others, that there's no greater source than God. There's no one greater to seek than the face of God. And that's where I am right now. You know, these days have brought us to a point of, God, what's next? What would you have me to do in the days that I have remaining on this earth? And I want to encourage you today to seek God's purpose and to be a co-worker with God. For in Him we live, we move, and we have our being. Let's get this week started by seeking His face and desiring to know from Him what's next. What would you have me to do? What creative thing would you have me to do? Like Dr. Carver, 300 uses of peanuts, peanut oil, peanut butter. Crazy. But Dr. Carver was a man of God who saw God's face. Let's do that today. God bless. Have a great Monday. See you tomorrow.